Good afternoon, and welcome to Southern Santa Piper. I'm your host, Kenny, and today I'm pretty excited because I get to do two things I haven't done. One is smoke this 1970s Ben Wade, which I bought new old stock in the box. Have this sock, beautiful pipe. Very well preserved, not even any oxidation on the stem. Nice, big, thick, heavy bowl. Thick walls, so it should be a great smoker. With a tobacco I've never had before, but that has been really recommended to a lot of my English friends, and that is Squadron Leader. So why don't you join me today, and let's see how much I like this. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work, and yes, there will be dogs crawling around. Yeah, so we are doing an untinning here, and I've already opened up the tin. We are pulling off this really kind of nice protective cover. And what we have here is just a beautiful, beautiful tobacco. Let me see, I put on some light here on the side. Let's see if this actually tracks better if I turn that light off. About the same, actually. It is just a beautiful texture. I'm going to throw some of this in my catch-all and load up a pipe, and I will get right back to you. And like that, I'm back. So, we are smoking this Ben Wade today. This is from the 70s, made in England. It's got a nice cross grain. Beautiful pipe. I'm really digging some of this bird's eye over here. It is just really nice. I typically only will fill a pipe about halfway, maybe a little past that when I'm breaking in a new pipe. Little notes in this though before we light it up together for the first time. Unlike many Englishes that I smell, many of them can be kind of overwhelming with one. A lot of them can have just a lot of latitude. Let me just show you all. It is kind of a combination of kind of looks like sliced flake and ribbon. There's some chunkier pieces in there. So I'm assuming there's some blackened Virginias, stoved Virginias. There looks like some nice matured red Virginias in here. What I'm not smelling is a lot of that grassy, hay, sometimes even citrusy tartness that you can get some from Virginias. What I am smelling is quite a bit of just kind of that nice Virginia sweetness, but I'm not noticing anything standing out, which I kind of like in a tin note. I like kind of a tin note where things get kind of married together and it becomes kind of just a nice, pleasant. The tin note on this is very pleasant. Actually, one of the most pleasant I've smelled from a Virginia or from an English blend. Let's light this up. I typically, when I'm smoking a pipe, will either have coffee, tea, chai tea. Love that. We've got some Meyer lemon trees in our property. So my wife picked up a bunch of our Meyer's lemons and made a lemonade concentrate and I'm drinking fresh squeezed Myers lemonade, which tends to cleanse my palate pretty well. I think I can get a nice fresh taste of the tobacco that sometimes I don't think coffee or tea does that. I think I get the coloration of that. So either water or lemonade is what I find works best for me when I'm trying a tobacco for the first time. Nice. For those who are Latakia lovers, this will not be the tobacco for you. It is not a lat bomb, not by any standard. It's not heavy in Latakia. In fact, I barely taste any Latakia in this. I am not getting any one flavor sticking out over any other. I smoke a variety of aromatic Latakia blends as well as English blends. I think we've talked before how much I enjoy this one. This one is kind of a new one for me. Still working on that one. American Patriot, another one I really like quite a bit. The Squadron Leader. Unlike those, and that's the only reason I'm bringing them up, those I can taste much heavier amounts of Latakia. It's more of what I myself would associate with an English blend. This, to me, I'm tasting mostly Virginias. I am tasting some earthiness. I'm not getting any citrus or kind of vinegary souriness that you sometimes can get from some Virginias. I'm not getting that grassiness, but I am getting kind of that hay. It's got a nice note though. Now, also impressions in this pipe. As you can tell, I'm kind of smoking like a chimney right now. Smoke a little bit like a chimney, always on a new pipe and always on a new tobacco, just to kind of get those flavors rolling in my mouth. This pipe is smooth. It's a quality pipe that I really love. This is back when Lane owned them, and Lane, back in their day, has owned some wonderful pipe companies who have made some wonderful pipes. And this one's a beaut. I have seen lots of pipes from this time period with lots of fills. It's one of the reasons I don't buy a lot of smooth pipes anymore, because I became extremely disappointed on pipes that sometimes would look really good, but over age they start getting fill pops and discoloration. And nothing turns me off more than a pipe that's in this beautiful color. I don't even know what to call this amber color. Similar to like a root briar style color, but it is just, it's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. But one of the things I can't stand on a pipe myself. And if it's on your pipes, I'm not trying to offend you. Everybody has standards and things that they can live with and they can't live with, and that's just one of my little pet peeves. I'm not a fan of that. If I'm spending a lot of money on a pipe, or even not a lot of money on a pipe that I just want to add to my collection, I want it to be a good value. I've mentioned value, I think, in every of my videos. I want a pipe that's going to be a good smoke. It's going to be a comfortable smoke. It's going to be a dry smoke. Dry is huge to me. And I think dry should be huge to a lot of pipe smokers, because wet smoke, wet tobacco, tongue bite. Bad tongue bite. That's why I think a lot of people kind of give up, or they try pipe smoking for a while. It's not really for me. Well, because probably nobody ever taught you how to smoke a pipe. That's one of the reasons I kind of miss those brick and mortar stores that used to be all over the place with good tobacco staff who had a very intimate knowledge of the tobaccos, of their pipes. After a while, you started developing relationships with the customers, and then, or with these shop owners and their employees, and knowing their customers' needs. I mean, they may be making suggestions based upon your past experience and your feedback, and you're trying all sorts of new tobaccos you maybe never tried before. A little bit hard now. We don't have that personal stuff with the internet, and I miss that. Most of how we try new tobaccos now is based upon friends' recommendations, what we see in forums. What I would tell most of you is don't get caught up in all the hype. I'm not saying some of the tobaccos that are hyped are not good tobaccos. They are. All the esoteric tobaccos, those are fantastic. But would I pay, $100 a tin, or even $50 a tin for a tobacco in production? Not this guy. Even the Squadron Leader. Part of the reason I have never smoked Squadron Leader is because every time I tried to find it, every place was sold out. All the major retailers I would go to, smoking pipes, pipes and cigars, are the two ones I use the most. Tobacco pipes is another. Nobody ever seemed to have this in stock. Or they'd have it in stock one day and I wasn't ready to make a tobacco order, and a few days later when I am, it's gone. So my recommendation always, if you see a pipe or tobacco you like, don't wait. Somebody will buy it. So if you like something like this, go ahead and grab it up. So every time I've tried to snag this, I haven't been able to. So I picked up 3 tins of it, knowing that the tobaccos in here are all tobaccos I like, and even if it's something I just thought was, I can always doctor it up. I can always mix it with something else and end up having a tobacco that I love, along with their quality tobaccos. And there is no way that we are not going to get a quality tobacco for these guys. Amazingly good tobaccos. I am not as much as a fan of this as I am of my beloved Northwoods, or even East Farthing, which is 2 of my favorites. But for a mild English, and I'm going to call this mild, this to me would be a great English to start if you've never had an English before and you're kind of fearful of Latakia. Get this. Or if you're a vapor smoker, straight Virginia smoker, I think this may be a good starting point. Unlike some of the others where I noticed some of the qualities of tobacco, this has been married so much, and not in a bad way, but there's just nothing distinctive about this tobacco to me. So I'm kind of on the fence, and we are going to age this, and I'm going to come back and revisit, and we will talk about this several times, but I'm kind of on the fence if this would be one that I would buy again, or simply what I have. I'm probably going to take this one and throw in a mason jar, and the other 2 tins I have is keep them in tinned, and then try this every few months, maybe every 6 months. Pull it back out, see if I like it more. I definitely want to. It is almost the perfect dryness out of the tin. It's a little on the drier side, which is exactly where I want my tobacco. Excuse me. I'm outside on my porch right now here in Florida. It's a beautiful day here in north central Florida. I can't tell you the exact temperature right now or the humidity, but it's got to be low 70s, maybe 71 or so. Very dry humidity. Not a lot of humidity at all. But out of the packet, this stuff, it's just like the perfect moisture. I mean, this is the way, you've heard me talk about drying tobacco. Well, this is how your tobacco should look, guys. It shouldn't look wet and goopy. There should be a slight stickiness to it. This is a combination of ribbon and cuts. Let me see if this looks better now. So this is my leather catch-all. And for y'all who don't have these, of all places, I found this on Amazon, guys. And I love it. And I love the smell of the leather and the tobacco. And because I use this all the time for all my tobaccos, goes in here. So you get this nice from the tobacco oils, and it is just, it's lovely. But you can see from this, it is, to me, kind of that perfect dryness now. You won't get tongue bite. Even if you kind of smoke like a chimney, like I can at times, you're not going to get tongue bite if it's dried properly. Now, if you're blowing big smoke rings and big mouthfuls of smoke all the time and you're really overheating that tobacco, yeah, could you get tongue bite? I guess. But I would find it nearly impossible to, based upon this moisture content and the tobacco. There's no toppings to give you any type of poor mouthfeel. There is, or tongue bite, or any of the stuff that sometimes toppings can do. There's no aftertaste. Let me give this one more light, a few more tastes, and we will wrap this up today. Good taste in tobacco. Not my favorite, but a good taste in tobacco. And I just think age will definitely improve this one. That's all I got for you all today. I'll probably be posting some pictures. I've just created a Facebook page for Southern Santa Piper, as well as my Instagram account. I'm going to put links up to all of those probably today up in the bio or in the descriptions. Please follow me on all the social medias. I would love to be getting your guys' feedback. I appreciate everyone who's subscribing. And again, thank you for joining the Southern Santa Piper. One quick note. So this is for bonus credit, and I'll bring it up again. People ask me, why are you calling yourself Southern Santa Piper? I don't get it. Yeah, obviously I don't sound like a Southerner. No, I don't. Got a Midwestern Chicago accent. That's where I was born and raised. I've been in Florida for 20 years. I really love Florida quite a bit. My parents were from the South. Well, depends on who you talk to, whether they consider them the South or not. My parents and my grandparents all came from West Virginia, Kentucky is where all of my family, most of my family is of English, Scottish, and Irish descent who came here years ago. My last name is Canterbury. Of course, I've also got lots of Scarborough and Clay blood that runs through my veins. So any of you all with those last names out there, you're probably family. But my family had moved to Chicago in the 50s. I was born in 1963. So I spent my whole entire life there. So the Southern is kind of a nod to living in Florida and having Southern parents. as well as my birthday is Christmas Day. I'm a big guy with a beard, and I have a little bit of a Santa complex. So I'm the first one to admit it. So I am the Southern Santa. We've got the Northern Santa. You know, he delivers gifts all the time. This Santa just tries to bring happiness and puppies. So, but that is why it is Southern Santa Piper. So if you're all curious, and there will be a test, and I will check on you later to see if you remember. Again, have a blessed day, and thank you for following me. I really appreciate this. I'm doing this for fun. I hope you guys are having fun with me. Take care now. Have a blessed day.